Welcome back to our business conversation program. I'm your teacher, Lisa. I'm so glad to see you back and have you with us to continue learning conversational English for business. Austin, our American teacher, is here with us as well. Let's welcome him, Austin Brickman.
Hi, Lisa. And hi, students. I'm glad to be back and working together with Lisa, and all of you as well. I hope our program will help you and that you have fun in learning English with us.
I'm sure you have found that our textbook this semester is getting harder. That was because we have put a lot of good and useful information in it.
That's right. In our dialogues, we use slang, idioms, and some spoken forms that native speakers often use. We are going to focus on situations and dialogues that must take place for some part overseas. Some of the things we will encounter will be strictly related to business, while others will concern daily life. We really have a lot of good and useful information for you students. We hope you'll join us each week.
Yes, this semester we make some little changes. First, we will have our students who are working in the business realm bring in some questions in that relate to today's topic. So that will be our new section, Help Me, Help You. Now, let's check out their questions.
Hi, my name is Timothy.
And I'm Molly. I have a question. How do I express to my travel agent that I'm looking for the shortest possible layover flight?
That's a great question, Molly. Thanks. If you want to express to your travel agent that you are looking for the shortest possible layover, I would use a word like direct. Ask for a direct flight to the place you want to go. No one wants to spend a long time at the airport, so if you get a direct flight to the place that you want to travel to, you will cut out any layovers. Keep in mind, though, that sometimes if you have two flights that are connecting, that are very close, it might be difficult to make the connection between the two flights. So sometimes having a little bit of a longer layover can be a good thing.
OK， 老师会稍微的 highlight， 就是稍微的把重点告诉你们哈。刚刚Molly 的 question 就是说，你可能这种情况就是要求我要一个直飞的一个航班。还有一个直飞当然会比较贵哈。第二个就是说你要考虑到你转机，如果你的 layover 停留的时间不够长，有时候会让你转机的时候会有一点危险哈。这也是你要考虑的。好，我们现在来看下一个问题。
Thank you. I have another question. If I plan to travel to an unfamiliar country, what are the most important things I should ask a travel agent about that country?
Thanks for the question, Tim. There are lots of different things that you need to know about going to an unfamiliar country. If I were you, I wouldn't leave it up to just the travel agent's information. I would do some research on your own. Keep in mind that a travel agent is trying to sell you a trip to a place, so they might leave out some information that you think is important in order to make a sale. Always do your own research about a place that you don't know anything about before you go there.
Very good, Austin. 刚刚 Tim 的 question，Austin 老师的回答是说，事实上你不可以把全部的你想要知道的都觉得那个旅行社会告诉你，他觉得你应该自己做功课，先 research 一下 online 找一下资料，相关你所 concern 你所关心的资料，因为毕竟不是保险，旅行社他们当然要推出他们的景点哈，这是可能是你个人必须要先做的一些资料。
Thanks for the answer. I have another question. Is it cheaper to book my flights myself online or by consulting with a travel agent?
Thanks for the question, Molly. Oftentimes, it is cheaper to book a flight yourself online. Keep in mind that some of these online places to book a flight might have some charges or fees that are not advertised when you are looking for the flight itself. So always look for those hidden fees. And also keep in mind that to find the best price for a flight, you might have to do a lot of research on your own and spend a lot of your own time trying to find the flight that works best. A travel agent's job is to do that for you, and also to find a flight that maybe is booked with other things, inclusive hotel deals or small trips. So think about what kind of trip you're going on. Do you want a trip that is going to include a stay at a hotel and other things, or do you want to just find one flight? And also think about how much time do you want to spend looking for the flight.
Thank you, Austin. Molly, 有很多的问题你需要考虑。按照 Austin 老师刚刚说的，你要考虑到你在 online 买票确实是会便宜一点，但是这也表示什么呢？你会花不少时间去做搜寻。还有一个就是你要小心，有时候有一些 hidden charge， 就是隐藏在网络上的这个价格里头，你到最后发现也没有便宜多少，然后你花了很多时间。还有就是你必须要考虑你是要做怎样的旅行，你要不要 hotel 的需要订 hotel 等等之类的，这个来决定你是不是要在网络上买票哈。OK， 我们现在来看第4个题目。
Thank you, Lisa and Austin, for the great answer. I have another question in my mind. Are flight tickets refundable? How do I know?
Thanks for the question, Tim. Flight tickets are often refundable. You can check on the website or with the travel agent where you get the ticket. Keep in mind that if you do purchase a ticket using frequent flyer miles, oftentimes those tickets are not refundable.
是的 ，Tim。通常呢，你这个是不是能够机票能够退不退，能不能退，你很快就可以知道。你问这个 travel agent 或者是在机票上都能够显示。还有，如果你是用优惠的旅程来购的票，通常都是不能退的。那这些你都要事先来知道。希望这个答案对你有帮助。Today we're going to talk about travel arrangement. Before we start our lesson for today, let's take a closer look at the chapter focus.
Today's chapter focus has 2 parts. The first is to learn the language used to make travel arrangements. The second is to learn the language used to reply to questions asked by a travel agent.
今天学习的重点就是旅行安排的各项用语，还有学习跟旅游业者应答用英语应答的一些用语。Okay, now let's learn some keywords and phrases. Austin, our American teacher, will give us English explanation. Then I will repeat it in Chinese. Also, we will give you an example. There are more examples which students can find in our biweekly study notes.
Study notes? Could you explain what that means to our students?
Sure. 各位同学，还有更多的keywords and phrases， 我们放在课业辅导，同学可以在那边学习更完整的东西。我们先来看今天的第1个 keyword，a must， 必须。
Something that you definitely need or must do in a particular situation.
在特定的情况下，肯定需要或必须做的事情。
Trying the local food is a must. It is really delicious.
你一定得尝尝当地的小吃，那真的是很美味。下一个生字 frequent flyer miles， 飞行旅程的优惠计划。
Relating to a system in which people who often travel by air can get airline tickets free or at a reduced price.
这个意思就是提供经常飞行的旅客累积飞行的旅程之后，来换取免费的机票或者是折扣。
As an example, he had enough frequent flyer miles to get a free ticket to Taiwan.
他累积到足够的飞行旅程，可以换取一张免费飞到台湾的机票。 接下来是 fabulous， 很棒的。
Extremely good, wonderful.
绝妙的，极好的。
As an example, the scenery there was fabulous.
那里的景色非常的迷人。下一个生字叫 peak， 巅峰、尖峰负荷的意思。
When the largest number of people are doing or using something.
就是多数的人正在做或使用的情况。
As an example, traveling at peak times can make it hard to buy tickets.
在旅游旺季时很难买得到票。下一个生字是 availability， 可利用性。
The state of being able to be obtained or used.
指某物可获得或可供使用。
As an example, his availability will depend on how busy his company is at that time.
他有空的时间得视他工作繁忙程度而定。下一个生字 party， 一行人。
A group of people who are going somewhere together, or who are all involved in the same activity.
这个意思是指要共同前往某地的一群人，或因特定的目的而聚集。
For example, a party of 4 sat at the table by the window.
4个人的座位安排在窗边。我们来看下一个生字 customs， 海关。
The place at a port, airport, or border where officials check that the goods that people are bringing into a country are legal and whether they should pay customs duties.
在港口、机场或边境，官员检查人们合法携带的入境物品是否要支付关税的一个地方。
As an example, you should go through customs at the first port of entry in Germany.
在德国，你得在第一入境处通过海关。接下来 penalty 就是刑罚。
A punishment for breaking the rule or law.
触犯法条或法律的处罚。
For example, there is a severe penalty if you are caught carrying drugs into most countries.
在多数的国家，若被查获携带毒品，将处以重刑。Well, students, we just reviewed many keywords. Hope it helps you when you watch our skits.
Next, we will watch Conversation 1. Conversation 1 is about a travel agent and a customer who are talking about a possible trip to Europe. Conversation 2 is about a customer who is making an inquiry at a travel agent regarding a trip to Denver, Colorado in the USA.
All right, now let's watch our Conversation 1 and 2 together. Glad you could come in today. After we talked on the phone and you briefly told me where you would like to travel, and I took the liberty of setting up an itinerary for you. Of course, this is subject to change.
Sounds good. Anything else you would like to know before you show me what you have?
What day would you like to leave?
I only have vacation days from October 1st through the 7th. So all the plans need to fit between those dates.
Since you will be going to several countries in Europe, do you have a visa?
Don't you mean visas? One for each country I'll be traveling to?
Just recently, the regulation have been changed, and you only need one visa to all the countries to which you will be traveling.
And you can help me with this?
Sure, if you need help. Do you have your passport with you?
Yes, here it is.
What is your budget for this trip? If I know your budget and what countries you really want to see, I can plan a trip you will enjoy.
I think I can afford something around 90,000 NT dollars. As far as places I really want to see, I would say Switzerland and Germany are a must. Beyond those two, I would like to hear your ideas.
Sure, I'd be glad to talk about your options about visit these and other European countries. But one more question, if I may. Is there any certain airlines you would prefer?
Actually, yes. Lufthansa has a partnership with an airline I often use. I would really like to have the frequent flyer miles from them.
I think that can be arranged. Okay, now let's talk about some of the fabulous places you can visit in Europe.
Good afternoon. How can I help you?
I want to ask about a round-trip economy ticket to Denver, Colorado on December 23rd.
Do you have to travel on that day? That is the peak season. It may be hard to book on that day since it's right before Christmas.
I didn't think of that. I guess I can travel there 2 weeks earlier. How about checking availability on the 9th of December?
Would you like to fly on any particular airlines?
Whichever's cheapest.
Are you the only one in your party?
Yes.
How about the date of the return flight?
January 10th.
Okay, I can get you Cathay Pacific. Flight number CX407 leaving Taipei at 8:30 and arriving in Denver, Colorado at 16:30 the same day.
Wow, that's quick.
Actually, you have to take into consideration the time difference. The return flight number is CX7529 and will leave Denver, Colorado on January 10th at 7:10 and arrive on January 11th at 21:35.
Are there any layovers?
Yes, going and coming. There's one layover in Hong Kong and another one in LA, where you will go through customs before you fly on to Denver.
And the price?
This is the discount ticket. The round trip price is 65,181 NT. There will be a penalty for changing the date.
Okay, I'll take that ticket. I don't think my dates will change.
Would you like to book a hotel room?
No, thank you. I'm staying at my friend's house. Here's my passport. Can you issue the ticket now?
No problem. Please wait just a minute.
You know, Lisa, I heard a lot of very useful phrases in those last two conversations.
Yes, you're right. So that the next section is going to help our students and audience. That is a language in focus. Austin, in which condition do we use the phrase, take the liberty of doing something?
Take the liberty of doing something. This is used for telling someone that you have done something without their permission, but you hope that they approve of this.
OK， 这个意思就是擅自做出未经他人允许，但希望他人能够同意的事情。Take the liberty of doing something， 冒昧行事。
As an example, I took the liberty of ordering you some food. I hope that's okay.
我很冒昧的为你先点了菜，希望你不会介意。What about subject to change? What does that mean?
Subject to change means something has no promise of staying consistent or the same. It could change at any time.
这是指获得不同的体验或因某事而改变 ，subject to change， 它可以变更的。
As an example, the decisions we make this week are subject to change.
这个礼拜我们做的决定都可以改变。When people say, "If I may," this is extremely polite, isn't it?
If I may. That is correct. It's very polite. It is a polite way to ask or answer a question that a person might not want to hear. Using "if I may" to begin your question is wise in formal contexts, or if you don't know very much about the person you're talking to.
没错 ，If I may， 这是很礼貌的提出对方可能不太想听或者不太想回答你的问题， 这样开始你们的谈话是很聪明的。If I may，恕我冒昧的。
As an example, I know you don't agree with me, but I have one more comment, if I may.
我明白你不同意我所说的，但恕我冒昧的再发表一个意见。Is there any difference between a layover and stopover?
These two words indicate a similar situation. They mean a short stay somewhere between two parts of a journey. Americans use the word layover more, but British use stopover. They mean the same thing, a brief stay during the course of a journey.
Thank you, Austin. 这两个字的意思其实是雷同的，都是表示在旅程中做了短暂的停留。美国人喜欢用 layover， 但是英国人可能比较常用 stopover。
As an example, we had a 2-hour layover in Japan on the way to the USA.
且在前往美国的途中，我们在日本短暂停留了2个小时。
Although nowadays, travel arrangements mostly can be done online, just imagine you are overseas. English is the key language for communication, and you need the language to communicate with a travel agent. In our next section, Situations, we have put together some common questions asked when making travel arrangements.
这个单元就是 situation。老师想要说的就是，虽然现在大部分的旅游安排都可以在网络上完成，但各位同学想象一下，如果你今天人在国外，英语是你主要的沟通工具，而且你需要用英语来跟旅游业者沟通，接下去的一些情境会帮助你在安排旅行的时候更顺利。我们首先请 Austin 来问问题，然后老师会回答。
What is the purpose of this trip?
It's for pleasure.
Is this trip for sightseeing?
I'm afraid not. It's for business.
Where are you flying to?
I'm going to New York City.
Where will you stay?
I'm staying at Holiday Inn.
When do you plan to go?
That will be sometime in December.
Do you prefer any airline company?
I would like to fly with the Evergreen.
There's a lot to remember when traveling. Before you take off, make sure to check that important items are with you. Do you have your ticket and passport with you?
出发之前你要知道的就是你有没有准备好机票，还有护照。
Have you obtained a visa?
你有没有取得当地的签证？
Have you exchanged destination currency?
你有没有换好要去的这个目的地的货币？ Next, we're going to replay our 2 conversations this time. We will have English subtitles. Since we have learned those key words and phrases, I believe you can get more out of it this time. Now let's watch our skits. Glad you could come in today. After we talked on the phone and you briefly told me where you would like to travel, and I took the liberty of setting up an itinerary for you. Of course, this is subject to change.
Sounds good. Anything else you would like to know before you show me what you have?
What day would you like to leave?
I only have vacation days from October 1st through the 7th. So all the plans need to fit between those dates.
Since you will be going to several countries in Europe, do you have a visa?
Don't you mean visas? One for each country I'll be traveling to?
Just recently, the regulation have been changed, and you only need one visa to all the countries to which you will be traveling.
And you can help me with this?
Sure, if you need help. Do you have your passport with you?
Yes, here it is.
What is your budget for this trip? If I know your budget and what countries you really want to see, I can plan a trip you will enjoy.
I think I can afford something around 90,000 NT dollars. As far as places I really want to see, I would say Switzerland and Germany are a must. Beyond those two, I would like to hear your ideas.
Sure, I'd be glad to talk about your options about visit these and other European countries. But one more question, if I may. Is there any certain airlines you would prefer?
Actually, yes. Lufthansa has a partnership with an airline I often use. I would really like to have the frequent flyer miles from them.
I think that can be arranged. Okay, now let's talk about some of the fabulous places you can visit in Europe.
Good afternoon. How can I help you?
I want to ask about a round-trip economy ticket to Denver, Colorado on December 23rd.
Do you have to travel on that day? That is the peak season. It may be hard to book on that day since it's right before Christmas.
I didn't think of that. I guess I can travel there 2 weeks earlier. How about checking availability on the 9th of December?
Would you like to fly on any particular airlines?
Whichever's cheapest.
Are you the only one in your party?
Yes.
How about the date of the return flight?
January 10th.
Okay, I can get you Cathay Pacific. Flight number CX407 leaving Taipei at 8:30 and arriving in Denver, Colorado at 16:30 the same day.
Wow, that's quick.
Actually, you have to take into consideration the time difference. The return flight number is CX7529 and we'll leave Denver, Colorado on January 10th at 7:10 and arrive on January 11th at 21:35.
Are there any layovers?
Yes, going and coming. There's one layover in Hong Kong and another one in LA, where you will go through customs before you fly on to Denver.
And the price?
This is the discount ticket. The round trip price is 65,181 NT. There will be a penalty for changing the date.
Okay, I'll take that ticket. I don't think my dates will change.
Would you like to book a hotel room?
No, thank you. I'm staying at my friend's house. Here's my passport. Can you issue the ticket now?
No problem. Please wait just a minute.
Before we close for today, Austin maybe can help our student to review what we have already learned.
Well, students, today we have learned language appropriate to use when making travel arrangements. We have also learned how to appropriately reply to questions asked by a travel agent. For example, we learned how to ask and answer questions about the purpose of the trip and the budget of the trip. The budget, of course, would relate to what kind of hotel you would like to stay at and what airline you would like to fly with.
That's a very good review, Austin. Thank you. Students, we have more to learn this semester. I hope you will tune in to our program on time every week. Hope you have a wonderful day.
Thanks for tuning in.